Shit slow. Let me know if the sound's good. I'll see ya. Let me know if the sound's good. Let me know if it's not lagging. I'm going live for no reason other than the fact that I said I would go live. I ain't got nothing to say. Let's get some more people in here. What are you doing watching nothing? Someone let me know if the sound's good and if there's no lag, please. Getting ready to go gym. Couldn't imagine going to the gym at this time. So busy at this time. I lost 5 kg last month. And we're on, what are we on? December 19th. So from the 1st of November to the end, I lost 5 kg. And I haven't weighed myself, but I can feel it. I'll put that 5 kg back on already. I get too much into the Christmas vibe. I'll start eating mini waffles. I'll start eating whatever. I do enjoy the Christmas time. Oh, it's still early. Oh, that's it. It's morning in Cali, isn't it? No? December treats. December treats, trust me. But I kind of knew in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm losing this weight so I can enjoy December, you know, then bounce back in January. It's not even about discipline thing, it's just about a choice, you know. I do like this time of year. Yeah. Not even 9 AM yet. How come you ain't doing bits no more? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? How do you know what I'm doing? See that? Why aren't you doing vids anymore? I'm uploading a video every day. You just ain't seeing it because my channel's been capped because I got a copyright strike. So now my channel's been put in like a testing phase where I've got to gain the trust of YouTube again, so they can give my impressions back. They slashed my impressions by 80%. So 80% of the people that used to see my videos before won't even see that I've uploaded. So that's part of the reason why I'm on live, because apparently just extra watch hours and stuff like that helps the channel get back to where it was. I got told it takes like a couple of months. Start a new channel. No. It's only temporary. Losing weight is easy. Fasting, yes, it is easy. Gaining is easier. From 19 to 23, all I cared about was getting big. I just used to eat, and I couldn't get big. Well, I was big, but I couldn't get as big as I wanted to be. By the time I hit 25, I couldn't even keep the weight off. I was getting big too easily. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. YouTube's weird since it's done this to my channel. The people that see my lives are people that haven't seen me for years. But I'll upload every day. And people are like, where have you been? Such a weird thing. And then the people that actually watch my videos every day never see that I'm live. It's weird. So what YouTube's done, it's kind of like reset my audience. I've done a bunch of research. I've spoke to a bunch of people to figure out, I'm like, listen, my channel's ruined forever and I don't want to waste my time. So if I can fix it, let me know what's going on. And I spoke to a bunch of different people, and it's kind of like, once you get a copyright strike, the YouTube knows what your audience is, but after you've kind of broke the trust, they reset it. So they don't know who to send your video out to. They don't know who to give the impressions to. So, but you won't know if you ain't got a YouTube channel. With the analytics, if I upload a video, I can see what other videos are suggesting it. And it's just random shit suggesting my videos. These people don't want to see my videos. So YouTube's not sending my videos to my subscribers. It's sending my videos to people that are not interested in what I'm talking about. You know? So you get less clicks, so they push it less. So it's just, you gotta gradually build it up again. It's long. Come Dublin for a visit. Why are you gonna do the streams? What streams? These streams in Dublin. I've never met Tate in person. Never met him. You got notifications on, yeah. Notifications, that's like less than 5% of subscribers put the notifications on. On Kick, should I start Kick? I don't think my life's entertaining enough for Kick, you know. But I can't sit on here all day, and I wouldn't be comfortable having a camera follow me while I'm doing my shit, you know what I mean? Having to think about being entertaining 24/7. Imagine that. If I was 10 years younger, you know, back in the day when all I cared about was going to Ibiza and drinking and girls and all this type of stuff, I'd be streaming. Let me not lie too much. I'd definitely be streaming. Huh? I didn't pay 10 bands. See, this is the thing. I didn't pay 10 bands. I didn't pay anything. You know? Nope. Didn't pay 10 bands. Didn't care to meet anyone. Never got told I would meet anyone. I don't know where you got that from. Right, I'm going to do half hour on here. Just because I said I was going... This is like a mental illness. Yesterday I went live and then I said, all right, I'll go live again tomorrow. And then the whole day I was like, I don't want to go live. I've got nothing to say. I got nothing to talk about. And then sometimes you got to take your own advice, innit? You just got to do things that you said. I said it out loud, so I've got to do it, you know. If I didn't say it out loud, I wouldn't have done it. Yeah, the War Room membership, I got an invite because my Hustlers University update videos were doing so well. So many people were joining based off them videos. Got invited into the War Room. I met a few people. I'm still good friends with one person that I speak to daily. I'm linking up with him next week, Monday, and I'll do a live stream from the gym. That's someone I met in the War Room. He left as well. And yeah, I can't remember what I said in that video. When I recorded that video, I said to myself, I didn't say anything that bad. But then some people in the comments were like, ripping it to pieces. And I was like, oh shit, what have I said? Because I don't watch my videos back. But, you know, I didn't say in the video I didn't pay that money, but that's my fault for not remembering to say that. So now people thought I paid in order to meet. Come on. But I get it. Perception's reality. If you watch me from the beginning, you'd know I'm not the type to care to meet anybody. Shit. Nearly 5 p.m. here. The Chinese is about to open because it's Chinese food tonight. People are going to hate because you said the truth. Did I like it in there? I didn't like it or dislike it. It's a Telegram group, innit? And then you meet people that are within there, which is cool. People I met. Everyone I met was cool. But not everyone I met would be someone that I would chill with if it wasn't for me being in this. So I'm aware. I think certain people were seeking certain things and I weren't seeking the things that they were seeking, you know. So maybe the people I connected with in the beginning were the wrong ones, you know what I mean? I just connected with the people that were local to me and stuff like that, and removed the War Room. I wouldn't even have chilled with some of these guys, you know. But there was benefits in there, but there was some, if you watch the video, I think I explained, there were some things in there that I was like, I can't be part of this, you know what I mean? Like, this isn't me, you know. That's why I started my own community. In my own community, I've done it the way that I feel like it should be, you know. Well, just because I created it doesn't mean that everyone should be worshipping me and doing everything I want them to do. It's, you know, a community, you come up together, innit? Like, this is my favourite movie, so you guys need to watch this movie. Like, you don't need to do anything that I do, you know? This is my favourite food, so you should eat this. This is what I like playing, so you should play this, you know? Not everyone follows suit like that, you know? What's one quality you like about Andrew Tate? Because I found it very hard to... The most impressive thing about him that you guys don't realise, what most people don't realise, the most impressive thing about him is he forced himself to become who he is. Because at his core, he's a chess nerd. At his core. So he's from England, he's from America, moved to England. If you're from England and you grew up in the England schools, he would have got picked on for his funny little accent. If you look at pictures of him when he was younger, he was tall and skinny and funny looking. He had all these disadvantages. When you grow up in England, you can be smart. You can be smart and intelligent, but no one cares. You can go to school and then people find out that you're doing kickboxing or whatever, and then you go to school thinking, oh yeah, I'm doing kickboxing now. People are gonna respect me, and still no one cares. So it gets to a certain point where you're smarter than everyone, you can fight better than everyone, but no one cares and no one's giving you the respect. And it seems like he's just fucking chiseled at himself and just forced himself to become something essentially undeniable to most people. That's the most impressive thing. You know, he's not naturally that. He forced that to happen. He forced himself to become that. You know, so that's one thing I respect about him. The things he talks about, the way he views things, I don't agree with everything, but I respect like what he become based on where he comes from. Because being from similar places, I know a guy like that isn't supposed to win. You know. Is it still worth joining the real world? Because I'm gonna join soon and it's gonna cost me a lot. It's I'm not in there no more, but the last time it's the same as what it was years ago. So if I said it was worth it years ago, it's worth it now. You know. If you want something cheaper, join my community. It's cheaper. It's more than half the price for now. What are we saying? Your community does better than HG or the War Room. Number one, number one, it's just started, so it's less saturated. There's opportunities in there. There's opportunities to be early on a lot of things that we're talking about. And there's no, as far as the War Room, I've got the same quality of people in there. I've got people from the War Room in there. I've got the same quality of people in there, but there's no hierarchy. You know, I've made it so no, everyone talk to each other and treat each other as one. You know, there's no worship in there. That's the big thing that put me off. I'm not worshipping the next man. Sorry. And it's not 10 Gs, and it never is going to be 10 Gs. Hi? You new? Hi? All right, 13 more minutes. Self-awareness. Self-awareness is the most important thing. You know, you got to know, you got to be self-aware. Being professional. Yeah, whatever. But, you know, being practical over being professional for me. But that being professional is not negative, but you don't need to latch on to everything. Being self-aware is important in every aspect. You know, I don't think he's in a position to talk about being professional. Some of the things that he does, I wouldn't consider professional, you know. Strategic, not professional. Got a few people in here. The Chinese is open. You know how busy the Chinese gets on a Friday night. I'll go there at 5:30. Friday night Chinese, come on. You like this watch? I'm giving away this watch in my community. I've got this watch about £500. $500. It's a G-Shock. I'm giving it away. I'm doing a giveaway in my community. This watch, a bottle of champagne worth $300, Le Chemin Noir. And since all you guys want to talk about Andrew in the War Room, I'm giving away that War Room tracksuit as well. I know one of you would like that. That's a cool tracksuit, I can't lie. You know what I've noticed with these lives? I keep wasting really good thumbnails. So my last 3 lives, I've got really good thumbnails and I'm wasting them. By putting them on these lives, I should be putting them on my videos. Let me see if I've missed any comments. No new comments. I'm locking off if there's no new comments. No point me being here if there's no new comments. Mate, I'm not doing an Andrew Tate questionnaire, mate. What about his articulation? Seems magnetic. Do you think he used some magic spells or pure practice? How old are you, bro? Like, very articulate, yep. There is a such thing as like, I don't know if it's the right term, word hypnosis. There's some you can practice it. You can practice it to be a good communicator, to get people to listen and to get people to follow you. It comes naturally to some people, and other people do practice until they perfect it because they've got a goal and they want. So let's say if you wanted to create a cult, not a following, you wanted it deeper, you wanted a cult, you would practice to perfect the way you articulate things, because everything you say is essentially you attempting to get people to follow you. Whereas, let's say if you're just trying to build a following on YouTube, like I've done, you just you know how to talk, and you know how to talk in front of the camera, and it comes natural, and you're not really thinking about it, you're just doing it, and then it kind of happens naturally. Add that on top of you practicing and perfecting and having intention and trying to create a particular type of following, then it's a real thing and it's effective, you know, if you want to put the effort in to do that. I couldn't even imagine having a cult following. I'd get irritated. What's the number? 100 and something? 130? After a week and a half of launching it. That's pretty good. I can see with the amount of clicks that I get on there, based on the amount of signups, it's pretty good considering my videos are still capped at the moment. You know, that's the thing, is once one video breaks through, which it inevitably does, you know, if you upload every day, one of your videos is going to break through, especially with an established channel like this. And then the same amount of members that you got in over a week and a half, you get them in on one day, you know. As far as putting a limit on the amount, of course, but the thing is about putting a limit on it, you just put the price up. You know, when you first launch it, the price is low, which the price is low now. After a while, you gotta put the price up. Not only because it makes you more money, that's fine, but the more you put the price up, essentially you get less people in, but you get higher quality people in. You know, you make the price of a Subway sandwich, and then you'll get someone will join, and after 5 hours, how come I haven't made no money? How come I'm not rich yet? You know what I mean? Chill, hold on. You know, I've just paid $10, whatever it is. But yeah, the price will probably go up every 2 weeks. It will get nudged up, not like big double, but it will get nudged up, and it'll probably cap at like eventually. So let's say in the next couple of months, or then in the next 6 months, it'll be $100 or something in it. I'll give you enough tips, mate. Yeah, I want to give you some tips. No, seriously. So you're 17, and based on all these questions, so if any of you are watching, look at this guy, Luca Magic. Go up in the comments and look at the questions that he's asking about this particular person. Right. Be inspired by people, follow people, take tips from people, right? Learn things from people, but don't idolize people too much, right? So I'm practicing my communication skills. Okay, then go practice them. I've just told you the benefits of communication skills. I've got no tips, just practice. My tip would be become someone yourself instead of keep following people. That would be my tip, you know. Someone you follow can spark the match, but then you've got to go. That's it then. A lot of you guys get consumed with who you're following, and then you feel like you're doing something by following these people. Become someone yourself, you know. That's what I encourage. That's what someone said. Compare your community to what the war room was. The war room felt like saying the right things, like what I just said. Yeah, become someone yourself, but at the same time, follow me. You know what I mean? And if become someone yourself is said quietly, but follow me, he said loudly, then it just becomes follow me. You know, so with the opposite direction, yes, this is my community and it's mine, and you found this community because you followed me. That can be said once quietly. After that, it's said loudly. Become someone yourself. You know what I mean? You can create your own community. You can create your own following. You can give your own advice. That's how I view it. Not everyone will be able to do it, but I believe everyone should try if you're watching this type of stuff. You know? There you go. You got some tips out of me after I told you I'm not giving you no more. Who you guys watching these days? Who's the popular guy these days? I've got that end of the year YouTube recap, and it shows you the people that you've been watching the most, and you know the amount of hours you spent or whatever it is. You guys won't believe. Why what? Why what? You won't believe the people I watch. I looked and I thought, if I shared this, people won't even believe that this is all I use YouTube for. Like old wrestling videos from 1999. It's wildlife documentaries. To give you enough, that's it. There's nothing left after I told you that. You know. Yeah, if I showed you what I was watching. I remember years ago when I was doing a YouTube thing, and because I was doing Hustle University stuff, a lot of people viewed me as I'm just some guy who watches a bunch of self-help stuff. I don't watch anyone. And they'd mention names and I didn't have a clue. And I remember people saying, look, I think I was live on Instagram. Nah, you're lying. You must know who this person is. I don't know who these people are, mate. You know, I know the names now, but I don't watch the stuff. I'm a lot older than people think I am, you know. Right, I'm getting off in 2 minutes. I appreciate you watching me, though. Again, I'm just live for the sake of being live. I'm live because I said I was going to do it. Yesterday, I said I'm going to go live tomorrow. Nothing to talk about. You know, I can promote my community, but once you've said it once or twice, that's it, innit? It's the tricky thing when it comes into when you build a community. So essentially, you've got something to offer, you've got something to sell. And, you know, anyone would advise you to market it a certain way. And sometimes market it in the most beneficial way financially kind of ruins what the community could become in the long run, you know. So when you make something so cheap, yes, you can ask me questions about it, but how many questions am I going to answer before I just say, do you know what, mate, I don't want you in there? You know, it's like, because you're too scared. If it was $2,000, then yeah, you got to answer the questions all day. But when you make it so cheap in the beginning, and then people want to spend half an hour with you going back and forth trying to sell it to them, I ain't got that energy for that. I'd rather you not be in there, you know. Eventually, you gotta up the price to get the value, you know, the valuable people in there. Or the valuable people, that's not the way. The people that are willing to work. If you spent a bit of money, you'll do everything it takes to make essentially the investment. You made an investment, so if it's a big enough investment, you're gonna try and get the maximum benefit out of it. If you've paid a small amount, you're not gonna do the things that you should be doing. If you brought a home gym This home gym costs £50. You might not use it because you spent £50. Like, if you don't use it, you only lost £50. If you spend £5 on it, you're gonna fucking use it because you'll be like, I spent £5 on this, I'm using it. You know? Have I been in the big house? You know about? Are you asking if I've been arrested? I've been arrested, but I've never had to do any significant time. It's just a 24-hour. I got arrested twice when I was younger. In my teenage years. What's the hardest challenge to build a community? Building a following and building the trust. But building the following is essentially the hardest one. Once you've got the following, it's like, you know, building a following, but having the right following. My following's amazing because you just all want to improve. So you don't watch me for entertainment purposes. You know what I'm saying? So you know, like some of these like kick streamers, they're just trying to make you laugh, and you know, they're trying to do silly things to go viral. That audience, you know, if you got a big enough audience, the audience just them watching you, you know, creates finances. But if you're trying to build a community, a private community at that, you need a good audience that is willing to get on board with that type of stuff. And that's what I've got, luckily. You know? That's why I'm still, even though it annoys me that I'm associated with the real world, and it annoys me that I've still got to speak about it to get extra views and stuff. Before that, everyone who used to follow me was like red pill type stuff, because that was a trendy thing at the moment. I touched on a few of those type of topics, you know, dating, female nature and all that type of stuff. And I was going down that route, and that's not a good audience. I don't like that type of, you know. A lot of them take it too far. It's spiraled out of control at this point, you know. So at least when I've done the real world stuff, the audience that I attracted, you know, they're either trying to self-improve or make money. It's a good audience. It's my job to provide something that can help them. You know, a fair exchange. Right, I'm getting off then because I told myself 30 minutes and I've been on here 33, and I need to go order this Chinese. You're asking too many questions. If you want to ask more questions, I'll see you in my community, and I'll remember your name as well. So the next time I come live and you're popping up asking a bunch of questions I ain't even answering, I've answered too many. Do I think Jake Paul could win? Yeah, I think anyone could win. Do I think he's going to win? No. But he could win. And you got a puncher's chance, you know. He's unlikely to win though. Especially with that type of boxing, them exhibitions, you can't even trust what's going on, you know. I'm eating clean again in January. I've said that. Just let me enjoy my Christmas season. This is what I'll do. I lost 5 kg. I lost 5 kg in November in order to enjoy my December, and in January, not only January, the whole of 2026 is you're gonna see something. Watch. I'll show you a side of me when I'm focused. I haven't met anyone that can do the things I do when I'm focused, to be honest, you know. And you guys know I'm humble, but it's just the truth. AJ hits him too hard. Yeah, but that's spoke about, innit? I think they don't go for a heavy knockout like that, you know, with these exhibitions. I don't trust that that's what they're planning on doing. It's funny because the AJ and Paul fight is happening the same night as the Tate and the other guy fight. That's interesting. It's going to be interesting. And to be honest, I won't be watching either of them, you know. It is what it is. I'm not that interested in these exhibition fights. But these are, obviously AJ is like a massive guy, but Jake Paul's still a big guy. He can still knock someone out. He's knocked a bunch of people out, you know. Anyone over 200 pounds can knock you out, which is what it is. Oh, it's night after. Okay. some reason I thought it was like head to head on the night, like D-Moore. I don't even know who D-Moore is, you know. Alright, I'm getting off. I appreciate you coming on the live. I'm uploading a video in like 2 hours. You might like it, support it, leave a comment. Alright, appreciate it.